Hey, good afternoon. I'm DJ Hudson. I'm originally from West Orange, New Jersey. I've been in the military for about 23 years. So the military has brought myself and my family through different places around the country. And it landed us here in the Seattle area, preferably down in Everett. Around 2018, I was looking towards retirement because I've been in the military for 23 years now in the Navy. Go Navy, beat Army. So around 2018, started looking at retirement gifts, and my wife bought me a 2018 Dodge Charger Hellcat, which you see here. So around 2020, we decided to change things up a little bit because during the time, the car was originally a black on black with matted racing stripes, black racing stripes. So in that 2 years that I had the car, there was an RT that copied the idea. There was a regular Scat Pack that copied the idea. So I wanted to be original. I wanted to be fresh. Then we came up with the idea of a psychedelic that we saw online. So we searched around. We went to different wrap shops, met a lot of good people. But then we made our way to Wicked Wraps because it was closer. And then I got to sit down and we talked to Wade. And we went into like an actual, almost like an interview room, almost like a conference room. And he showed me the different shades of the psychedelic wrap. And there was a very high metallic psychedelic wrap. There was a satin psychedelic wrap, and then there was this gloss one. So what made us go with this gloss is a couple of different things that Wade and I talked about. And it was almost like an hour, 2-hour session of us just looking at different wraps and how they looked on different chargers and how they looked in the sunlight. So if you take a look at the wrap, a lot of different things that go with it. So if you can see when you start panning, a lot of oranges, a little bit of reds, greens, and blues, and it works its way to purples. So depending on your angle, right now, I'm looking at the front door and the back door in the green, right? But if I turn my body a little bit here, and you're looking at the front fender, that's all blue and purple, okay? The hard part about Chargers, if you have Brembo brakes, dust. So carry a rag, make sure you have some of your cleaner with you. So a little bit of also that we changed up, we put a wrap on top. So we took original paint, right? And I wanted it to be glossy, just like the wrap. So we put a wrap on top, which made a high gloss black, which made it blend in with the antenna. Now, as you see here, this is another, when you're gonna see a Charger inside there, which is awesome. I don't wanna spoil it for you, but it looks amazing. Hopefully you get cars side by side. I digress. But right here, you have another spoiler on top, which we wrap this spoiler, and then you start working your way down to the back end of the car. This is a wicker bill spoiler, and then you have the wrap on the back. So our wrap, we went with a Recon because I took all the badging off of the Hellcat. So it's actually almost like a reconnaissance type Charger. So nobody really knows what the Charger could do until you hear the supercharger whine. Definitely on the back of the car. And when you start making your way to the non-sunny side, you're gonna see that the car just looks like a normal gray car. And that's what Wade and I were talking about the whole time. My testimony here, the wrap is about 3 years old. We use some products from Wicked Wrap that they recommend. Hopefully you'll see some of the close-ups of how the wrap has maintained. Every other time that you drive the car, just wipe it down. All right, it's that easy. And then the wrap holds itself. Again, every time that the wrap is in sunlight, the wrap is gonna form to the car and make sure it's really good to go, right? You don't want your loose wraps. And that's some things that the training that I got from Wade and Wicked Wraps was, as soon as I have the car, let the car sit in the sun. Let the wrap bake up the sun and soak up the sun, and it's gonna congeal and conform to the car. And like I said, once you get your wrap done, you're gonna go through a 30-minute, basically a class on how to take care of your wrap, certain products that they recommend. They're not gonna push you on it, but they recommend. We bring the car in, it would sit for like maybe 2 days so they can actually see the car in the sun, car in the shop, in the cold or the warm, and they can actually take a look at the wrap all the way through to make sure everything was good to go. And even now, at 3 years of the wrap, Wade came out, took a look at it, gives some tips in here and there, what we can do. Other than that, the experience of sitting with Wicked, with Wade and Chris and those guys, and even some of the former employees, it's been a really great experience. We came in at COVID time, which really was terrible. So like we had to pick colors and do a lot of things over the phone. But once, COVID kind of brought itself down, again, that's when we came into the conference room and we really sat down, really talked about a lot of things and like had the heart to heart on what looks best for the car, what was best for the pricing, what was best for the family to not break the bank. We found a good home with Wicked Wraps, and I'm very happy with it.